Nikki, welcome to part 5 of this hot yoga chat. Even though it's not really about hot yoga, you can apply it to business, to life. But we're talking about this container of 6 months. I've got cramp in my foot. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Point number 5 is about noticing progress. So in the circumstance of yoga, they always give different options. Like you can bend your front leg, you can do the bind, you can go for the balance. And for most of the first few months, I was literally doing the option 1, like the Billy Basic version, because I could not contemplate doing anything else. It's 40-degree heat. I'd made it to my yoga mat. I was maybe tired because I've been up with the children in the night, and it was just a lot. Like, oh my goodness, I'm actually doing this. The fact that I'm doing yoga is enough. Slowly but surely, as the months went on, I started to get a bit playful, started to become a bit of a chancer on that mat, and to see what was possible. Firstly, I had to do it imperfectly, because many of the things that I started to try and do, they were a very wobbly, very Billy Basic version of this pose. And sometimes I literally could do like there's a thing in Warrior 2 where you can do a bind where you put this is really difficult to describe. Okay, if you're listening on the podcast, you'd be like, what is she doing? But if you're on video and you can see me. So Warrior 2 is where you bend your front leg and you have your back leg straight and you have your arms out. And the aim is to be in one complete line. If you then want to do a bind, you then put your back arm behind your back and your front arm under your thigh and do a sort of a clasp underneath there. And there is still no way that my front arm is going under my thigh. It's probably to do with my thighs, to be honest. But I can only do that bind. But what I am doing with that back arm is easing it and encouraging it to take the next move. This is really key when you are making moves in your business and your life. Sometimes you have to be in that, I'll just have a go, I'll see what happens before you are ready. Because sometimes what might happen is that you can go further than you think. Or sometimes you might surprise yourself. And this yoga studio is quite serious, so there's not much other opportunity for punching the air and going, yeah, bloody did it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm there. But I'll do that when I come home to the kids and Matt and say like, oh, I could do that thing now. It feels really great. Wow, I couldn't believe it today. Because, they'll cheer me on, which is a really nice feeling. Another thing that I've really learned is to surround yourself and to be in spaces with people who have done it already and who are doing it with ease. And a yoga teacher there the other day said, oh, I can now do this thing, but it's taken me 10 years to do that. And that's reassuring sometimes, because sometimes that is just somebody breaking down the process and saying, you just got to keep doing the thing. Not only I can do this because I have this special talent and you will never be able to do that. And being in those rooms with people who go, yeah, just keep doing it. Just put one step in front of the other. It makes it possible. So where do you need to put yourself, essentially? Where do you need to notice how you are progressing? And how can you be in the game and continue to be? Another thing that may come up, which I will warn you about, is comparisonitis. My friend Lucy Sheridan talks about this brilliantly, but it can be really easy to compare your progress with somebody else's. And once again, I will use that phrase of how can you bring more kindness, more grace into this moment, because I'm telling you, you are going to need it. When you are in a growth phase, when you are making moves, you are going to need all of that compassion with yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to progress. And that's been the case with yoga, and it will be the case with many other things, where sometimes it's like, I'm just going to have to breathe into this moment. I'm just going to have to breathe into this moment because this is all I have right now, because everything is feeling uncomfortable. And instead of going, I'm not doing it, I can't do it, oh, I'm rubbish today, oh, I look like shit, oh, look at this person, da 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 da, that's not helpful. Sometimes you just need to breathe into the situation. Number 6, I have realized that my own set of circumstances, personality, goals are directly linked to my outcome, my objectives. And if I ignore my own goals, circumstances, personality, and just follow somebody else's blueprint, I am not going to get the same result. Meaning, I know that if I want to make moves, I want to make progress, I have to be in the room. I know that. I know that you can get the stuff for free. I know that you can do a class on YouTube, and some people absolutely love that. For me, it's not the same. It just does not give me the same result as actually physically going to a studio. I need that quietening. I need that space. Maybe I have poor boundaries at home in the way that if I do something, I've always got a child who just happens to pop up to see me, etc. How can you be in support of what you need? And how can you fully recognize what it is that you need in order to get the result? And so this can happen sometimes with coaching, where people might say, don't give me I've had this so many times with clients, like, oh, don't give me any like online courses to do. Like, I just want you. I just want the one-on-one. And I love it when people are that honest and they understand their needs, because ultimately they're going to get the result, even though it might be cheaper to do the online course version or the free YouTube video or whatever it might be. If you know that that process, that modality is not going to get you the results, it's not going to get you the results. So think about what you need based on your circumstances. It may be a new practice, a new habit that you know that you need to do each and every day at 8 a.m. So you might be thinking, right, I want to see what 6 months of taking a supplement does to my body, for example. So in order to do that, you know that you're going to have a strict timetable for that. You can't be like, I don't know, I'll take them when I have time. You might be like, no, 8 o'clock, I have my breakfast, I pour my coffee, I take my supplements, done. So really listen to your personality, your way of working. Check in with what you've done before. How have you gained success? Again, I'm doing bunny ears if you're not watching the video. How can you gain success through that process, rather than just leaving it up to somebody else's process? Or you might read a sales page and go, oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a result that I want to get. You really have to tune in to what your version is, because all of that data is telling you something. Do check out my shop, nikkiraby.com/shop, and see what you can find in there that's going to help you. As always, I love to hear your comments, what you're going to do, what came up for you. Email hello@nikkiraby.com. I will be back tomorrow for part 4. Lots of love.